Hi, it's Debbie Donovan from Londonderry, New Hampshire with Be Happy Cards and Crafts. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful day here in Londonderry. It's a little cold. It's 50 degrees, but the sun is shining and we're in full spring. I've been watching my birds and squirrels getting into my bird feeders. We have to fill them up again. My daughter's buying some more food on her way home from work today for them. Let me just coordinate my computer here. Find me on the computer. Do a little thing. Make sure the sound is off. Yes, it is. That way I can see where I am as far as in the center when I'm presenting the cards to you today. So today I'm very excited. I know a lot of demonstrators have already demonstrated this set, and I've had it since the beginning, and I've just been demonstrating other sets. But I made it last night and I fell in love with it. So I'm doing the ocean front today, which is very beautiful. It's like a watercolor. And I'm using the dies from On the Horizon and the saying, the relax and enjoy your day. And what else did I use? The birds. Here's the dies in the back. I used the fence, and I used this little greenery right here I cut out. So I'm going to turn you down. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you watching. Nice to have a day off for a change for you. I'm going to turn you down, and we'll get started. I have my stuff all laid out, so I'm hopefully in the right spot. Just slide it over a little bit. Yeah, I have a bruise on my hand. I don't know where it came from. I hit myself. I'm always bumping into things, and usually in such a hurry, I don't know where I get the bruises. Unless I actually fall, then I know where the bruise is from. So the first thing I'm going to stamp is the sky, and I'm using Balmy Blue for that. And I set up all my stamps on the blocks, the acrylic blocks already. So this video should go pretty good. I'm seeing a line on this one. I don't know. I didn't notice that last night. We'll pretend it's lightning coming down. Now, the one hint I do want to give you is when you're using a new stamp, it's good to stamp your ink and then stamp it several times off the picture that you're going to do, which I did do. I have a page here from last night. Oh, I see, there was a little hair in my ink. That would be the cause of my line. I have a page that I stamped on, I actually did what I'm stamping, what the picture will look like. And you can see relax and enjoy. I stamped several times because I also re-inked that black I was using. So that was my paper from last night. I just dropped the card that I'm working on, that I'm showing you. So there's that stamp. Now the stamps look very similar, and I'm done with this. So I'll put this aside. I'm going to use Bermuda Bay and do the ocean because we live in the Atlantic Ocean and our ocean is more of a green tone. So I'm going to stamp that right along the horizon. Try to get it so I don't get my head in the view. And it should leave some like white caps on it. It did last night and it was beautiful. Yeah, that's not too bad. So you can see where the horizon meets. When I was little, we had a boat called the Miss Deborah, much to the chagrin of my three brothers. They're all older than me, but I'm the youngest and the only girl, so I'm sure that's why the boat was named that. I had nothing to do with the naming of the boat. I was little. But we used to go deep sea fishing, and it was a lot of fun. I don't like seafood, but I enjoyed being in the ocean every weekend. We went every weekend out of Rye, New Hampshire until I was about 12. Then we sold the boat and bought a motorhome. Not a motorhome then, we bought a camper, a truck camper first. And this is going to be the sand meeting the ocean. And I'm using Sahara sand. But sometimes on Sundays we would go back and go clamming. I think there was a clamming season. I'm not sure. I just remember doing it with my grandfather and my parents and brothers. I had fun playing with the clams. Like I said, I was only about 6, 7. And then I'm making sand now with the sand. I'm turning my stamp to go along the shoreline, the sand line. But I'm going to keep it this way and just a little sand right there. Should have brought it up a little further, but that's okay. I'm going to put some grass. I have other things coming, so it's okay. So this is a fairly quick card to make, and it gives you a beautiful water color effect. Like I said, the in and out pattern it has. Now I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz to make some grass, some seagrass. And it's a nice tall seagrass. So I'm going to put one right about here, let it go into the water. And one just down a little, going off the paper. And on this side, I'll probably only put the one, but it depends. Depends on how it comes out. I think I'll add another one down a little. That's one thing about doing the stamping. You can make up your mind as you're doing it. And I'm going to jump ahead and do my sentiment after I clean my squeaky clean my stamp off. I have a pile of stamps going, so we'll just pile that stamp here too. And don't need that one anymore. Now, how's I doing? Oh, the relax. So I just re-inked this, so it's nice and juicy, hopefully. And hopefully I won't get a halo on it. I want it at the very bottom, so I'm just going to keep applying pressure and not try to rock the stamp. When you rock your stamps is when you get the halos. And no halo, perfect stamp. And I hold my breath on that one. I like it when my sentiments come out nice and deep like that and rich looking. And while I have the black out, I might as well do the birds. And that'll be all the stamping there is involved. I'm just holding them down again, just with pressure, no rocking. And I did get a little halo, even though I didn't rock. Just part of the sky. I do have a little eraser, but I don't think it'll erase that. I shall try, because I'm okay if it lightens up the area. as long as it took the halo out. This is a trick we do use. It's taking it away and it's leaving me a nice little glow in the sky cloud. And I wanted my white spot I had, and the other one was right here, so I'm gonna just, I had this nice white spot in this last night. Because I planned on making it my moon, my sun. If you can see on this card how it was a nice big white spot, and I thought that was part of the card. They're distinctive stamps. That's why you get the white caps here and the darker images. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take some Wink Stella. First, brush all that off. Hopefully this one has some in it. And make sure it's clear. And I wanted to highlight those clouds. We'll even highlight this little hair. And then I'm highlighting the white caps in the water. You have to be careful that you don't pull too much of the green into it, because it will. Wink Stella is something that can you can use for coloring, pulling, like shading the colors. That's why I'm not covering the whole water with it. I'll just do little pieces. Same thing in the sand, because the sand has mica in it. Clean off my Wink Stella. And it gives it a little shimmer. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera. So I'm going to set that aside and bring in my pieces that I cut. Because I want my fence. I have some rocks that I fussy cut the rocks, and then I did cut the grass. But the fence, I want to distress it with some gray granite. Look at that. Because I didn't want to use bright white fence on it. And it doesn't have to be even either, because fences aren't distressed evenly when they weather. And that's what I'm trying to give it, the weathered look. So, clean my brush. And a lot of things here that we use, all you do to clean it is use your mat until you don't see the color anymore. I hear my paper over there that I tossed is leaning against my center here. I have a light that has that holds also my pens and pencils and scissors and brushes, and so this is ready to be used for the next card. I try to keep the brushes in the same families, color families anyways, because I have several of them, but they're really nice soft brushes. They're like velvet, and actually they separate. You can see that. It's really nice. It's not a solid brush like a sponge, so it gives you a different look. I do like my sponges still, and I do use them, even though they're not available anymore in the catalog. I still have some. Oh, I want to see where I want to put this, because I have my rocks that I'm going to put on. And some seagrass. Some more seagrass. I won't be using the whole thing, so I'll be trimming it up. It just depends on what I like when it comes time. And this will be going for this side. So, my little quilling bottle that I put my Tombow glue in, and I did water it down just a little bit so it just runs a little smoother. So that's another hint, and the elastic on it is a hint. It holds the little dangling top for you. All these hints I get from watching a lot of YouTubes myself, from other demonstrators and Facebook Lives. And some I just come up with in my head. Like, I believe I was using these bottles before a lot of the demonstrators were using them, just because my daughter had done quilling for a while. My fence decided to go right to the sea, and I didn't want it to. Gonna lift it and pull it down more towards the relax. Oh no, it'll be okay. I'll just be opening onto the ocean. I remember going to Hampton Beach State Park. Oops, that's okay. Hampton Beach State Park and having a long walkway onto the beach. It's a wooden walkway. But that's when we went to the beach. It wasn't when we went fishing. Because we went out of Rye, which is, I think it's the next town over. Now this right here is another hint. This is a dry baby wipe. And using a dry baby wipe cleans up the, if you get any glue on it, it takes the glue away. It makes it not sticky anymore. But it has to be a dry wipe. And it doesn't, it doesn't smudge on your, so I'm going to do that just to make sure on my fence that none of the glue came out. And it doesn't smudge on your ink coloring, where some other, if you are using some other things. And it's just, I keep a little package of them and use them. That I learned from doing, put my rock right there. Kind of wish I had some sand. So I'm going to go back and get some sand. Sarah and I did some scrapbook journals using golden books, and they really came out cute. Okay, and I don't know if I want some over here, but why not, right? I like sand. I like the beach sand. I like the hard beach sand. That soft stuff to walk through, it's awful. You have to admit that. Burns your feet. That's just terrible. But I love walking on the beach. Our beaches here in New Hampshire are very cold, though. Our water is icy cold even in the middle of summer. It feels like you're putting your feet in ice. Yeah, I like that much better. I'm going to get the rocks down. I'm wondering if I want to put any green behind the rock. I don't want to hide my fence too much, so I'll hide my rock instead. I just love the fence so much. And this one's gonna go off, so I'm making that one only go off on the page. let's see, I might not even want the full amount here. No, I think I want just till here. I have my reading glasses on, which usually work better for filming, but my allergies have kicked up so much. We've had rain and a lot of wind, so it's blown the mold spores around a lot, and things are starting to grow out there. I think I'm going to just put it on that, like there. Let that one dry. And I'm going to go for a smaller amount of grass coming in from here on this side. One of the cats is out in the other room eating. You can hear the, we have this new dish. When I went and babysat my daughter and grandkitties, my daughter had this automatic feeding dish, and I fell in love with it. So we purchased one. And it works so well. It's much cleaner, because my cats, we have 3 cats, and they would eat, and they won't eat their food if it's on the floor. So what you want to do here is just cut off your excess on the back of the card. And I chose Bermuda Bay, the middle card, the color of the water. I'm trying to keep getting this stamped, the colors here. For my outside of the card, because it's very pretty. To make my card the same color as the water. I think that looks very nice. And I can see it sparkling, which I'm a sparkle girl. I do like my sparkles. Just doesn't want to be even today. this one, I'm gonna use one of our really old stamps that I just love for my inside. It's just a happy birthday. You can see I've used it a lot on the wood block. I don't like wood block stamps, but the nice thing about them are that I don't like them because storage space is the reason I don't like them. But the this one stores nicely because it's in a half a case and I can put it in behind me on my ink racks. I have some open racks as well. And this is a happy birthday for my April birthdays. I think I got it a little crooked, but as long as it's not too crooked, it'll be okay. And I think I'm gonna go back and put some greenery on it. I was talking too much. There, it doesn't look bad. And squeak, squeak, squeak. I should make a song to that, but I can't sing well, so I think the squeaking is a lot better than my singing. Okay, so let's get some, take the hair away. Find my pear pizzazz, which is one of my favorite colors. I just love pear pizzazz. I know the first on stage we went to, Sarah and I went to, had to be 5 years ago when we first started. We were all set with our colors and loved our colors and had all the new colors, and I mean had all our colors because we were new demonstrators, and they decided to change our colors. So maybe it was 4 years ago. I think that looks nice, just one. I don't want to do too much. Maybe I'll put birdies on the top. Maybe not, because they're a different color. I mean, they're the same color, so it wouldn't. We do have other grass. Maybe I'll check one of the little grasses. Although I want to leave enough room for the signature. Just let me check. I should have checked the grass out first. How would that look? Be going like that. Just looks like it needs a little something more. Oh, I know. I could put sand. The sand would finish it off nicely. And we had different style stamp sets, so that's why I'm still trying to get used to these. But they changed the entire color palette of Stampin' Up. And we were like sitting there, every time they said what colors were going out, we're like, no! But then we really like the ones that we have now. And every year we get 5 new colors, but they only stay in for 2 years. And unfortunately, today they announced a list that's going away from our annual catalog. I haven't looked at it yet, but I know all those colors from 2 years ago are going out, and they were one of my favorite color palettes. So, yeah, see, the grass finished that off perfect. I don't know if you can see that, but it just needed just something. The grass was just hanging out by itself. Needed a friend. Everybody needs friends. I have a lot of good friends. Some really close friends that we call our posse. We're there for each other all the time. So I'm thinking about sending this to my son-in-law because they just went on a vacation for his work, but he doesn't relax much. So relax and enjoy your day. And he'll get a gift certificate in it. So I might make a little pocket in here to slide the card down in. So I'm going to turn you up. Oh, hi, Steve, Leslie, and Kevin. Nice to see you watching. Hope you enjoyed the card. Hope you enjoy the beach soon. I know people have been enjoying it. So here's what the card looks like. It's all done. And then a little happy birthday inside with a little patch of beach here. I know at Hampton it used to have the dunes with the seagrass in it. So it's been a really nice time making this card, and I really like the watercolor look, so I hope that you like it too. And summer's coming sooner than you think. Because it may be cold today, but I know my friend was at the beach yesterday. It was a little chilly for her, but, well, not for her. She loves the beach. But the sun is out, and every day it gets warmer. So, and I know here in New Hampshire, we go from spring is usually a rainy time, and I'm hoping for a nice summer, a nice spring. So far, we've only had a little rain, and that'll keep up with the sun, and I can do some gardening, get my vegetables planted, and I'm going to wait another usually till the beginning of May. I don't start that, but I'll probably get my gardening ready, my beds ready for that. And then hopefully my cucumbers I'm going to plant in the ground this year instead of in the container, because last year I had like a monster plant of cucumbers till I went over to Sarah's house for a week. Then no watering. My cucumbers were not happy when I came home. Because I was happy enjoying. Sarah lives on an island off in Stratford on a lake. So it's really nice. And we're on the beach every day, floating in the water. And she lets me come invade her house twice a year for vacations. and I enjoy that. So I'll see you next week, and I will probably do another C card. I have another one that is new, and everybody's been doing some lives on. Is it's a wave. I'm not sure what the name of it is now. I don't have it right here in front of me. But it's a beautiful big wave like surfers would like. And so it's interesting to see what I'll come up with. So I don't like to do what other people keep doing, so I'll have to come up with. That's why I don't look at their cards. When I'm doing a card, I don't look at this card. I just see that they're doing these cards. I don't actually watch their live when they're doing them. When I know that I'm going to do a presentation, because I don't want to be influenced and be copying. Even though Stampin' Up, we call it casing, is copy and share everything, is our policy for demonstrators. But I don't like to copy exactly what somebody else does. I like to do my own thing. And so I'll see you next week. So have a great week. Bye.